I am so excited to welcome the next speaker to the Purpose Pioneer stage. We are going to welcome Tanya, who is going to be birthing her movement all around the myths and misunderstanding of purpose. Take it away, Tanya.
Hello. I thought I had a few more minutes, but that's okay. I first wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to be a part of the Purpose Sphere and to have this opportunity to speak to you around the myth and the misunderstandings of purpose. Question for you. What do you believe about purpose? And that's a little deeper question than it may seem on the surface, because what we believe about purpose really can either push us back or it can propel us forward. See, I believe in a world where every single individual, every person, every human being actually and truly lives, not just merely exists. And they live because they connect themselves to the power of their purpose. Now, purpose can mean a few things, but I like to define it as our why. Why do we do what we do? Why do we make the choices that we make? Why are we on a particular path? You see, when I was 7, 8 years old, I decided that when I grew up, I was going to have my own business, very successful one, by the way. And my business was going to be all about helping people to connect to themselves, connect to their purpose, connect to their power. It was all about having people learn to truly live. And it was something that, in a sense, even as a child, I already did with my classmates and so forth. And I loved it. It was my passion. And I knew that was what I was drawn to. It was what I was meant to do. But I also knew that I needed to first get a job. I needed to, work myself up the corporate ladder, because if I worked first, I would be doing the right thing. Because, the right thing for us to do is to go out and get the job and to work hard and to find success. And then, myth number 1, we could get the permission to do the thing that we wanted to do. See, a lot of us believe that purpose is something that we need permission to do, that we have to earn it in some way. I call that a lie that we buy. And there's a couple other ones that we buy as well. A second one is that we think, well, there's just one. There's one right thing that I'm supposed to do, that if I don't find it, because it is out there, it's not here someplace, it's out there, and I have to find it. And if I go out and I search for it on this epic journey, I'm eventually going to find what God or the universe says I'm supposed to do, that one right thing. And when I do that, God or the universe or what have you is going to be happy with me. But the truth is, there isn't the one right thing. There isn't something external to us that we have to go seek and find. I'll talk about that in a moment. Now, the third lie that we buy, according to me, is that we start to believe that it's too late. See, I worked in corporate for about 30 years. I guess I'm aging myself there, but whatever. For about 30 years, seeking success in the corporate realm. But it was never where my heart was. It was never where I truly wanted to be. It was simply what I thought I was supposed to do. And so I was looking for that one right thing. And I began to believe that maybe it was too late. And there's too many of us that buy into the lie that it's too late for us to pursue our purpose. And if you believe that lie, I have a foolproof way for you to determine whether or not that's true for you. Now, I've seen people as young as, I've seen people in their 20s talk about it's too late. My purpose has passed me by. So if you believe it, let's find out. Let's take a little test. I want you to take your hand. It doesn't matter. It could be your right hand. It could be your left hand. But I want you to take your hand and I want you to reach it out. Turn your palm face down to the floor. And then I want you to bend your elbow. And I want you to place your hand just above your lip, just below your nose. Now, I'd like for you to take 2 deep breaths through your nose. Breathe in and breathe out. So let's do it. Breathe in, breathe out. One more, breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Did you feel your breath? Because if you could feel your breath, congratulations, you're alive, but you officially still have the right and the responsibility to pursue your purpose. Because as long as you are alive, you have the right and the responsibility to go after the thing that is your why, the thing that pulls you forward. Now, you may wonder, okay, what is that thing? Because I'm not sure. I mean, it's all well and good that there's these myths, but I'm not sure what my purpose is. Well, I can tell you. Your purpose, okay, my humble opinion, your purpose is the exact same one as every other human being on planet Earth. I believe we all have the exact same purpose. And I believe that that purpose is threefold. Now, don't get me wrong. How you're going to manifest that purpose is going to be different because it's based on the skills, the talents, the gifts, the abilities, the experiences, the opportunities, and so forth that you have. But what we're here to do is exactly the same. First and foremost, we're here to serve. We're here to use those gifts, those talents and skills, those abilities, those opportunities, those experiences. We're here to use them to serve the world, to serve others, to serve ourselves even. We're here to serve. And then we're also here, I believe, to activate. Meaning there's someone out there that is watching, that is listening, that needs to hear your message, whether it's hearing it or hearing it. They need to hear your message. And when they hear your message, it's going to activate them into their purpose. And then they are going to go out and activate someone else, and so forth and so on. We're required to activate. And then I believe the last piece of our purpose is to create life. You know, in the beginning, there was a creator, and the creator created what? Life. And we're made in the image of the creator. It doesn't mean we look like the creator. It means we are like the creator. Therefore, we're meant to create life. So we take the existence that we were given, the existence that we're sent here with, we take that and we use it to create a life that has impact, that has power, that has purpose. Now, the final thing about purpose, it's sort of a misunderstanding, is that we tend to think of purpose as something that's dictated to us, but it's not. See, there's, again, 3. I still love the power of 3, but there are 3 ways that we can step into our purpose. The first is simply to decide. The decision that you make for what you want to do with what you have, who you want to serve, how you want to serve them. That's the first part. That is creating the path that will move you towards your purpose. The second thing then is, so the first, is decision. The second is intention. What is it that you're going to create? What is the outcome that you're moving towards? You need to get clear because that creates the destination, if you will. And then finally, it's simply to take action because action creates truth. When you begin to move in purpose, that is the vehicle that's taking you towards where you want to go. Now, you may have heard the story of Esther, the Queen Esther in the Bible. She was first an orphan. She grew up to become queen. And she was faced with the opportunity, we'll say, to go in and speak to the king because her people were threatened. And her uncle came to her and said, perhaps you were created for such a time as this. And we might look at that and think purpose bestowed itself upon her, but it didn't. She had to make a decision. She had to decide and intend and then take action. And because she stepped into it, she created her purpose. So does this work? Absolutely. I'm going to wrap up. Does this work? It absolutely does. 3 weeks ago, approximately, I looked at my life and I thought, you know what? I'm not on track. I'm not doing the thing that I'm meant to do. I am not on purpose. And I am ready to be on purpose. And so I committed myself to taking these 3 steps. And literally the exact same day that I made the decision and I began to take action, I got an email inviting me to contribute to a book that'll be published in February of 2023. 2 to 3 days later, I got a message from Alex, who I had reached out to in 2019 because I wanted to speak. She reached out to me serendipitously and invited me to apply to speak on the stage. And here I am. So I do invite you, if you are ready to move into your purpose, to recognize that you don't need anybody else's permission but yours. If you're ready to do that, number one, come hang out with me in the circle. I'd love to talk to you. But I want to leave you with one final thought. And that thought is simply this. Your purpose doesn't choose you. You choose your purpose. Thank you.
Amazing. Let's give Tanya a big round of applause. Oh my goodness. Again, all the nuggets are being whipped out. I mean, I got the damn word purpose on my damn shirt, for goodness sake. So your girl was just vibing and resonating. You know, I mean, there were so many powerful, juicy nuggets, but you said 3 words that just really, really did it for me. Action creates truth. Oh my God. Action creates truth. Being in the arena, being in motion, right? Clarity doesn't happen in the head, it happens in the heart. And clarity also doesn't happen in your freaking room, it happens in the arena. So, you know, what I love most about what you just birthed on the stage, Tanya, is just really creating a framework around purpose. Because I think purpose can be so lofty and so pie in the sky. And, you know, our crazy little squishy brain can't wrap its head around these infinitely big, universal, enlightenment, purposeful concepts. So really great work in just creating this beautiful framework so people can really start to understand it and relate to it. And you know, I think what's bubbling up here is we all need to create a school. I've been wanting to create a school for a very long time now, and we need to be teaching these, you know, sky to soil concepts as soon as we can start walking and talking. Like Tanya just had this like, you know, vision of this being in school. It's like, why are we not learning these things from the moment that we are birthed into this world? So I'm just so excited to see where your purpose leads you and the divinity that unfolds for you. And quick little funny story. So, you know how Facebook has that super secret hidden inbox that like no one can really get to? So I was just going through my inbox and I just had some messages in this super secret hidden inbox. And one of them was Tanya. I'm like, hey, I know this is like 2.5 years later, but do you want to apply to speak? And it's just beautiful hearing, you know, how that was received on her end. It wasn't our time to connect 2.5 years ago. It was our time to connect now. Everything's happening